kings and queens. It's your girl Nubia. So yeah, before I even start this video, I want to say, when it comes to a Disney movie, I'm a grown adult, but I'm gonna watch it. Okay, one more time for the people in the back who didn't hear me. And when it comes to a Disney movie, I'm a grown ass woman, but I'ma watch it. So, having started on that note, if you haven't seen Encanto, go see it. You heard my little accent, Encanto? If you haven't seen it, go see it. Well, you ain't got to go nowhere to see it. It's on Disney Plus, but gotta see that movie. I'm be doing a little soft pink Valentine's Day ish look. Something to give the girls that we could wear for Valentine's Day while I talk about this heartfelt movie. The people who get it, get it. The girls who get it, get it. The girls who don't. I just wanted a reason to say that. So, yeah. At this point, I'm about to watch Encanto again for like the 5th time. And you in my business, don't do that. So yeah, I'm about to watch it for the 5th time, but I really wanted to talk about the multiple messages this children, I use that term loosely, this children's movie was given. If you watched my video previously about like being adopted, being in the system, breaking generational curses, and that sort of stuff, you'll be able to follow like this video and kind of like my not my life experiences, but like some of my life experiences and which character in Encanto I relate to the most. So, for starters, the movie itself is so cute, and I absolutely love and adore the fact that little children, not little children, but I love the fact that kids of all ages are watching this movie, relating to it, and also feeling like Disney did a great job at representing people from the Latino community. Like, can we get into all of the characters and their beautiful curly hair? Like, and no, not only Latinos have beautiful curly hair. Don't misconstrue my words. But in this particular movie, the family, I'm gonna assume, because I don't write for Disney, is a Latino family. So, yeah, love that. And I also love that it gives multiple messages within the movie. Now, for one, you gotta give it up to the grandmother for escaping, the grandmother and her husband, grandma and grandpa, for escaping what could have been, like escaping a life that they like did not want for their children, as most people don't. Like, you know, like when there's trouble, you don't want like your children to have to be a part of that, or like to grow up in poverty or to grow up in violence and things of that nature. So I'm so happy that they chose to get out of that. And then to top it off, like the fact that the grandfather sacrificed himself so that like and the triplets could get away. Mi corazón, mi corazón. Like what? Talk about I'ma love you to the end of time. Talking about will you be my wifey? Talking about put her on and make her want to marry me. Like he was out here. He was out here doing what he had to do. He was being a man for his family. And it gives the girls very much so big energy. And if you know, you know. So yeah. Shout out to the grandparents for that. But furthermore, shout out to the grandmother for realizing the generational trauma that she was inflicting on Maribel and apologizing for that. Let's say that again. Shout out to the grandmother for paying attention to the generational trauma. Oh, girl. Hold up. Oh, no. My bonnet hat all on. Y'all ain't even tell her, sister. Goodness gracious. Yes, shout out to the grandmother for realizing that she was inflicting generational trauma on Maribel and deciding to apologize for that. Now let me tell y'all, one thing's for sure, two things for certain. If you know, you know. A lot of adults with children, a lot of adults in children's lives in general is not apologizing for nothing. Okay? Like I brought your mother into this world and then she brought you into this world, but if you know the famous saying, as I brought you into this world, I could take you out. And a lot of people mean that. Why? I don't know. Like who started that saying? Like, and why is it still alive? Like, we need to kill that. Yeah, so that saying specifically needs to be we need to get rid of it. It needs to be that's what I'm saying. Like, I brought you in this world and I could take you out is like the biggest threat for children who did not ask to be here. Like, why are you threatening my life when I did not ask you to have me? Like, what in the world is that? Add in a little bit of this Cover FX candlelight enhancer drops to, like, you know, my high points or whatever, giving the girls the highlight that they want. Sun-kissed look from within. So yeah, why are you gonna threaten my life, my very existence, when I didn't ask you to be here? Like, I really need somebody's mother, and I don't even care what race you are, to tap in and to say, wow. Like, who told y'all that was the thing to say to your children? Like, that's crazy to me. So yeah, I need that saying to be extinct. It needs to be extinguished. So yeah, hold on. Shout out to Maribel in general for being like the main character of the movie. One, being a sweetheart. Two, being the only person who wasn't made to feel special and did not have powers to save the whole movie. Okay? Hold on to that. Okay? Save the whole movie. Didn't have powers. Save the whole movie. Like, Maribel's strength, her tenacity, her willingness, her honesty, her empathy too. Oh my God. amazing. Like, amazing. Like, for somebody who wasn't made to feel special or was made to feel like the outcast of her family because she did not have a special power, wasn't given a power, but to still be supportive of everybody else and speak so highly of them and their gifts is like, so pulls on the heartstrings. Like, first of so if you're a sensitive gangster like me, it's gonna get to you. And yeah, so hold on, y'all. I gotta do this other brow. I'll be right back. So brows is gonna be ready to go. So another lesson that I got from Encanto, because maybe everybody got something different, you know. Another lesson that I got from the movie is that you should start validating. We, meaning mothers, because I am a mom, need to start validating our children's feelings. So Maribel didn't have quote unquote a special gift, and it wasn't an issue for her to not feel as special as her cousins and her sisters. Like, she wasn't given the same type of attention or the same type of validation, and she just wasn't made to feel special. Like, she wasn't made to feel like there was anything significant or important about her. And that, like, sucked. I guess the best way to describe it, sucked. Like, growing up in a household where your feelings don't matter, and then having to, like, grow up with that is, like, not the wave. And I'm actually talking from personal experience. Growing up with my feelings not being validated or feeling like there was anything special, and always hearing a lot of negative stuff about myself versus anything positive. And this is for any child, like male, female. It's not helpful. Like, it's not helpful for children to hear people talk about them as if they don't matter or they don't have a purpose, because that can be very detrimental to, well, one, for sure, just the child, and two, the type of self-talk that they will introduce to themselves as they get older. And Mirabelle kept trying to find a way to, like, overcome all of the "you're not important, you don't have gifts, and let everybody else do this way, you're more in the way than you are helpful." Like, it just was a lot of negativity, and that ain't it. It's not it at all. So they technically, like, don't give Maribel an actual age, or maybe I wasn't paying attention to that part, but I'm gonna say, like, that she's more along the lines of a teenager, and, like, finding herself and, like, finding her voice and understanding the type of disappointment she caused her family, which it should not have been disappointing, but understanding the disappointment that she caused her family having not gotten a gift, or gotten a gift, a power, whatever, um understanding that like she disappointed them and always trying to make up for that is actually not a child's job. Like, that's not a teenager's job. That's not any child's job. Like, to fix the adult's perspective of who they are and who they can become. It's not a kid's job. No, sirree, Bob. It's not a kid's job. Not in the slight. It's not in the slightest. It's not my job as a child to assist your feelings about who I am and who I can become. Nope. And the fact that Mirabelle kept trying to talk herself into being more or into being like okay because she didn't get a gift and she was ignored by her family, ugh, hurt my heart.